Surveillance video obtained by NBC6 shows the moment a rapper allegedly shoots and kills her manager in front of the Wynwood Walls back on October. Footage shows rapper known as Kivani, whose real name is Kivani Hicks, get out of the white Lexus parked on Northwest 2nd Avenue. The driver gets out of the car and he and the woman are seen arguing. The dispute gets physical and they start hitting each other. A second man gets out of the Lexus and also starts to attack Hicks. Then both men are seen on top of Hicks in the struggle. Video shows one man slamming Hicks to the ground. Moments later, all three get up and Hicks is seen walking in the opposite direction. Hicks then reaches into her purse, walks back towards the two men, and starts shooting as the men run. Her manager is hit and collapses on the street. The other man gets into the Lexus and drives off, slamming the car into Hicks. The Lexus reverses before driving off. Hicks gets up and runs away. The victim died at the hospital. Hicks claims it was all self-defense and that her life was in danger. In November, a judge granted her house arrest with a $50,000 bond.
Here's why this culture gets the house arrest, is because legitimately they've been brainwashed into thinking that what they're doing is acceptable. This culture, I don't care if you want to say this is racism, this is culture, and when it comes down to culture, two things stand out: how you look and the language you speak. So sadly, this is going to be black culture because the common denominator is black skin, and the language they speak is pretty hard to understand because there's a lot of uneducation in this system, in this community. But this is acceptable. This level of violence, the group, the group mob mentality, the knockout game, the hitting of women by men. This is all within this culture because of whatever you want to say: lack of father figure in the home, drugs being pumped on the street, lack of education. And don't come at me and say that, oh my gosh, let's talk about the white school shooters. We all have our issues. But this culture, this gangster rap, low energy, low vibration culture is insanely out of control. Don't tell me that 13% of the population commits 52% of the violent crimes, because that's actually inaccurate. What it is, truthfully, is from within that 13% of the population commits 52% of the violent crimes. And those are really selected down into your Democrat cities where people are elected over and over and over again to perpetuate the cycle of this aforementioned racism that everybody wants to blame this shit on. This is a toddler-like culture that never got the proper education or structure they needed to express their issues. And what do toddlers do when they can't vocalize the words that they need to say to express themselves? They act out in tantrums. This is grown culture tantrums. Name me another culture in these mass numbers where all you have to do is put a video on, which is just flooding the internet disgustingly, where you see grown men beating women, grown men kicking women who are on the ground, grown men running women over, women resorting to guns and claiming it's self-defense, and the judge has to exercise on that because he knows damn well these people are not that well educated when it comes down to understanding their own emotions. And don't fucking these people at me either. It is culture. That culture is a generalization. That culture comprises of black men and women with low IQs, black men and women with low verbal capacity to express how they feel, black men and women who have truly no morals or ethics, with no parent in the household that's going to guide them the right way, and the cycle is going to perpetuate. Why? Because it's exactly what your society and your government wants. Because more problems and chaos like this equals more political programs and jobs out there. And we've seen this for God knows how long in all the disgusting, vile, evil-run Democrat cities out there. The black community is a massive loss. They're purposely being weaponized like this for immoral, Democrat, liberal agendas, and they just keep voting it on in. But this culture, don't tell me for 1 second that this isn't a cultural thing that has to do with race. This 100% is, and this culture is extremely lost. Hi, I'm Dominic Izzo, host of the Rants of Izzo show here on Spreely Media. If you like what you just saw and you want more rants, be sure to go to rantsofizzo.com or download the Freedom Hub app for your smartphone for articles, full shows, podcasts, and more. On behalf of all of us here at Spreely Media, thanks for watching.